Hey guys, welcome to Plants and Pet Rescue. I haven't made any videos in a couple of weeks. I've been out there trying to work on my hopes and dreams, which mainly consists of going to work. But anyway, I am back to make some more videos. Spring is right around the corner, so it's very exciting. We're all going to be starting seeds. We're all going to be starting our gardens, churning dirt, doing all that fun stuff. In case you don't know, spring is Sunday, March 20th. So less than a month, we'll be starting to get some spring fever and feel better, and all this cold will be gone. But what we're going to talk about today is fertilizer, natural fertilizers. We're going to talk about garden, compost, and getting everything together to mix in with your dirt. Before we do that, a little side note. I would just like to talk about peroxide, which has many advantages, many uses when it comes to plants. In some other videos, we will get into other benefits. But for today, those of you starting seeds, hydrogen peroxide, if you do not know, it promotes root growth. So basically, once your seedlings get a little stronger and start rooting, you might want to put a little of this in with them. You're not going to put this straight, you're going to dilute it. So it's going to be 1 to 2 parts, meaning 1 part hydrogen peroxide, 2 parts water. You're going to put that in a container, and you're just going to kind of water your seeds, seedlings, just a little bit to kind of get them a jump start. So I'm going to put this guy on the side for now. Basically, for any fertilizer, you need nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Anytime you go buy a food, a plant food, those are the 3 items you're going to look for. Each of them has their own properties that help plants grow. It's what every plant needs. Some may need more of, phosphorus. Maybe acid-loving plants need a little bit more of something, but those are always the 3 components in any plant food. And then in addition to that is calcium and magnesium. So everything I have here is basically giving you the best of all worlds. You're going to be mixing this kind of like a compost. A lot of people compost. They have composting bins. In case you don't know what they put in, I'm going to tell you a little bit today. First thing up is bananas. We just use the peels. You can cut them up into pieces. You're going to mix those in with the dirt, and they're going to provide some potassium. Your eggshells are going to provide calcium. You're going to scatter these also, mix them in with the dirt. Coffee grinds. Everybody, most coffee drinkers will have so many cups a day, and they'll always have a lot of coffee grinds like me. So what you're going to do is basically every day after you make your coffee, put these on the side. Put them in a container. Let them dry out a little, because you don't want to put wet coffee grinds into the soil, because it's going to be creating a fungus if it's too wet. So this is, when you put coffee grinds, it supplies nitrogen, which beans and peas and certain vegetables really love. Always remember, as a side note, if you don't know, if you're planting flowers or anything like that, and you don't know the acidity, the pH level of your soil, go get a little soil tester. It'll tell you what your pH is, because you don't want to overdo it with any of the products. The next thing up is going to be tea bags. These provide drainage. You don't really have to do much with these. Open up your tea bags. Scatter them in with the dirt. What these tea bags are going to do are create drainage. Also, it's going to promote oxygen, which gets those earthworms coming to you. And guys, if you see any earthworms, you don't need to kill them. They're really there to help your plants. So just put them on the side, or just ignore them, whatever you have to do. Earthworms in the soil are a great thing. Next up is coconut. Any type of coconut. I bought the flakes, which I'm going to mix in, but some people get a whole coconut, they crack it, they break it, anything. Any way of coconut, obviously not the oil, but This you're gonna put in your dirt also. Just like when humans use it for their hair or their teeth, it provides good bacteria. There's a lot of electrolytes in here, and that's just gonna make a beautiful mix of vitamins. Next up, we have Epsom salt. Epsom salts provides magnesium in your soil. Once again, you're not going to overdo it with the products because you can over fertilize. So like I said, check your soil and see what you need to do. This is a source of magnesium. Tomatoes, peppers, even your roses love this. So you may want to get more information on how, if you want to just put it around plants, how much to use. But throwing a little bit of this in with everything else is perfectly fine. Another thing people don't know is matches. There's even the wooden ones, the big wooden ones. If you soak these in water and mix these in with your dirt, they also provide magnesium. So they will help your plants grow well like everything else. Another thing, I know this sounds pretty gross, but it is a thing. Hair, human hair, pet hair. If you mix that in, that also aerates the soil. So if you got a dog or cat, which, I do, because we talk about this all the time, but if you have dogs or cats, take their sheddings, mix them in. It sounds gross, but it kind of helps the soil. And there is magnesium in hair, so that will be good for your tomato plants also. Also, if you have a fire pit, the ash or a fireplace contains potassium, so you could throw some of that ash into your dirt. What I don't have here is bone meal. Bone meal is it contains phosphorus, which it's very a common item that a lot of people will use. Either they'll throw it into their compost or they'll just sprinkle it around plants. So that is that's excellent to have. Another thing is watering your garden. I don't know if you know this, but you can use, if you're boiling potatoes or vegetables, that water that's left over, if you let it cool, you can use that. However, it cannot have salt in it. You don't want salted water for your plants. Also, the same thing with fish tanks. Aquarium water, if you're changing your water, as long as it doesn't have salt in it, you can water your plants with that too. So these are all home remedies. They will make your plants look beautiful. A couple of more things I have. These are not for fertilizing, but they're just a little bit of extra stuff for your garden. Once your garden's established, you got all your compost items, you're going to want to keep the bugs away, keep the pests away. So here's a couple of quick items that are awesome. You all know cayenne pepper. It's for pests. It will keep a lot of things away. Give it a light sprinkling. And also lemon zest. It will scare pests away. It also will provide a little bit of acid to some of your plants. Don't use the inside, don't use the guts, only use your skin, and just scatter those also around your plants when you're done with all this planting and composting. So these are just a couple of things, a little side note there. The last thing we're going to talk about, I know this sounds crazy, but I did read about something that planting in the moonlight will give you stronger and healthier plants. I don't know if that's an old wives' tale, but I am, when I start my garden, I am going to do that. I'm going to plant my garden, and then I'm going to plant a couple of plants and vegetables by moonlight and see what happens. So basically, once again, you take all the home stuff you got, just mix it all up. It's beautiful for your dirt. So basically, that is the lesson for today. So you guys go out and enjoy turning your dirt and putting all this good stuff in there. Now, I usually talk about the next part, which is pet rescue. Now, I just gotta say, I've had people ask me, why do you do videos on plants and pets? That's a weird combination, or I'm not into that. But it's okay, you don't have to be into it, but most of the time, people who are into plants are usually into animals, and they love them both. So I myself, I love animals, love plants, and this is what I do. This is what I enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoy my videos. It's not for everybody. A lot of people don't like plants, and that's fine. But this is what I love. So we are going to talk about our next rescue because it's still the month of February, and we all, had a nice Valentine's Day, or it is the month of love, they say. We're going to be talking about Puppy Love Pet Rescue. I don't have any affiliation with them. I only follow them on Facebook. Like I said, I just follow a lot of rescues. If I can contribute donations or money, or just like them on Facebook and Instagram to promote them. I just do that all the time. I tell people, even if you could send $1 to every rescue that I mention, it helps them with spay and neutering, transportation costs. It helps with so much, and of course food. Puppy Love Pet Rescue is in Toms River, New Jersey. They foster out animals. They usually do their adoptions through Petco in Toms River. They've been rescuing pets for over 10 years. If you want to make a donation to them or support them on Facebook and check out any events they're having, if you do live in southern New Jersey, pay a visit, go adopt a friend, go give $1 a month, whatever it is, just help them out, because with COVID, everybody adopted pets during COVID. Now maybe if things are slowing down, there's a lot of pets that are getting returned because people are going back to work. So any rescue that I talk about, whether I'm affiliated with them or not, I just always would love to help. You can also help them, follow them, anything you can do. Their website is puppylovenewjersey.com. Correction, it's puppylovenj.com. And you spell puppylovenj.com. Also, you can email them at puppyloverescue@gmail.com. So guys, once again, thank you for tuning in. And for those out there, you know who you are, who've been saying, hey, where's the videos? Well, thank you so much for supporting me. I do have one last thing I want to say. I took a little last minute note. In one of my last videos, I spoke about ARF, which is Animal Rescue Force. They are actually having their in-person tricky tray after these 2 years. So if anyone has befriended them already on Facebook or Instagram, it's called Animal Rescue Force. They are based out of East Brunswick. For those of you who live local, East Brunswick people and the surrounding areas, just know that they are having their tricky tray. And that is, I'm going to check my note here, Saturday, April 30th. If you need to get tickets or you need to find out how to go, everything sells out very quickly. So you're going to be calling 732-257-7559, or you can reach them at ARFORCE, it looks like RForce 3, number 3, at yahoo.com. So once again, guys, if you like my video, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Make some comments. Whether you love me or hate me, just let me know. Let me know you're out there watching. And I am grateful. Thanks again. You have a great day. I will see you in my next video. I will be talking about more spring fertilizers and all that stuff. So stay tuned. Check me out again. And thank you so much.